Regional 11 International Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Alisha Bazali. District 20 Showcase Chair, DTM Teresa Dukes, past International Director. Incoming Region 11 Advisor, DTM Nikki Quinn. District 20 Director, DTM Alifia Lakrawala. Program Quality Director, DTM Khalid Abdullah. Club Growth Director, DTM Khalid Jalal. District Officers, past and future. District Officers, Division Directors, Area Directors, members of District 20, and my dear guests. Good evening to one and all. I am Toastmaster Tawfiq Abdul Qadir, your Sergeant Arms for this evening. Today, we shall witness our esteemed leaders taking stage to enrich you with their experience, knowledge, and concepts of effective leadership. To ensure the best experience for all the members who have joined us online today, here are some ground rules. Please choose a quiet location to reduce potential distraction to both speakers and other members. Limit distractions and avoid multitasking if you choose to keep your video on. All the audience will be on mute unless requested by the moderator. You are free to post your comments in the chat. Our founding father, Dr. Rasi Smedley, has said, whatever your grade or position, if you know how and when to speak and when to remain silent, your chances of real success are proportionately increased. Let us all remind ourselves the mission and core values of Toastmasters. Please repeat after me the district mission. We build new clubs and support all clubs.
All clubs.
Excellence.
In achieving
Excellence.
Thank you. May I now invite the person, dynamic MC for this evening. I was banging her head all the time to make sure that I have all the inputs. A Toastmaster since 2011, she joined Toastmasters to improve her public speaking skills on a professional level. She has held many positions in our club, Manga Communicators as VP Education and President. She was also the Quality Training Coordinator in the PQD team for the term 2020-2021. And currently, she serves as the District Admin Manager. You guessed it right, Toastmaster BG Giddens. Zoom is all yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tawfiq, for setting the mood in. Thank you very much. Welcome, one and all. Good evening to all our leaders, international and district leaders, our district director, PQD, CGD, district officers, past, present, future leaders, members of the district council, and the most precious members of District 20. It seems like we were here yesterday. Don't you think so? We were just having a casual chit chat in the breakout rooms with all your candidates through one of the kind, the first virtual candidate corner. So now that you've interacted with all your leaders, today, the district will showcase these candidates for the nominated positions of the district director, program quality director, and the club growth director. You will hear candidates present their vision, views, and ideas through the questions. So please stay tuned until the end of the event. Let's dive right into the agenda for this evening. But before then, I encourage our division directors and area directors and members to please encourage your club members to join in and tune in to this one-of-the-kind virtual candidate showcase, especially to our district council members who will to attend this meeting. All district members are welcome to listen in to the vision and goals of your future leaders. Let me introduce to you the visionary behind this event for District 20 for the term 2021-2022. She is the driving force behind the leaders and members of District 20. And she does so very efficiently through her words of wisdom, inspirations, and actions. They do speak louder than words. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome one of the dynamic and one of the Iron Ladies of District 20, a true force to be reckoned with. I present to you your District 20 Director, DTM, Alifia Lakdawala.
Thank you very much, Master of Ceremonies. I would like to acknowledge the presence of past International Director and our Candidate Showcase Chair for today, DTM Teresa Dukes, our Region 11 International Director, DTM Alisha Bazali, our elected or incoming RA for Region 11, DTM Nikki Quinn, District 20 Trio, Program Quality Director, DTM Khalid, Club Growth Director, DTM Khalid, District Office, Admin Manager, DFM, PRM, other district office members, our logistic manager, our webmaster, our translator, our head of Arabic affairs, division directors, area directors, council members, members of District 20 and beyond. It is said that with great power comes great responsibility. This year, we have been in a phase where we have come out of the pandemic and now moving to what life has offered us normal, the normal us, the normal world, what we have got. But definitely, we have advanced when it comes to technology, when it comes to our thinking, when it comes to our human ability to execute things. District 20 this year had a similar vision, a vision of awareness, not only in Toastmasters, but beyond Toastmasters. Initially, we were able to do it with social media. But then there was something which I always wanted District 20 and its members to be aware of. That's why we adopted a policy of transparency, where every member at every juncture was given an equal opportunity to come and witness what is best for them, because this is a members' organization. From the beginning, where we had our international directors or the board of directors campaigning, District 20 was one of the only district where we invited the voting presidents, club presidents and secretaries to come and listen when we were interviewing our candidates. We have achieved more than 95% of proxies at the international convention, and we were amongst the top 10 district for that reason. Later on, moving on, we've got so much of awareness on social media, on YouTube, on Instagram. There is an increase of approximately 50 to 60% when it comes to our social media awareness. In this turbulence also, District 20 was able to charter more than 6 to 7 thriving clubs. And we have chartered one of the biggest clubs in the Middle East, having more than 78 chartering members. Moving on now, we are at the last leg, where is the time to pass the baton to the next leadership. And this is your chance as members to listen to each of these candidates who have come forward to serve District 20 and to create a legacy for better times, better experience, and value for our membership, and enrich our Toastmasters experience per se. So members of District 20, as I see 54 participants in the house, this is your chance to know how each of them are going to take your vision, your mission, your needs forward. I wish each of the candidates all the best. We have a very experienced chair who has set a record of being an international director. I had an opportunity of meeting her first time in the year 2016 at the DTAC, which was held in Abu Dhabi. She definitely carries a charisma and she's a dynamic lady. We hope that our leaders can imbibe such values from our leaders around. We have a Region 11 International Director from District 20. So there are so many good things around us. So leaders, let's imbibe this and let's move forward for a thriving, striving, and a shining District 20. With this, I give the control back to the Master of Ceremonies. Good luck, contestants. Good luck, candidates.
Thank you, District 20 Director, DTM Alithia Lakdawala. We surely wish all our future leaders the very best to take District 20 to even more heights, like you say, even beyond and going forward. Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin with the program, I would like to read on certain house rules that we have to follow during this meeting. All of our nominated candidates were notified, or you would say briefed, of these housekeeping rules so that we all make sure that we function smoothly. The role players for this event are passionate and dedicated Toastmasters. So you see this picture that has come up suddenly is the doing of our moderator, Toastmaster Nagendra. He is the head of the network infrastructure at Gramco, a company in Bahrain. The timers for today are our area director, Toastmaster Dinesh Kumar. He's a health and safety superintendent at a private company in Kuwait, a Toastmaster since 2018. And he says a very young Toastmasters of just 63 years. We are nowhere to be compared. Our next timer today is Toastmaster Joy George. He's a procurement officer working in a medical equipment company in Kuwait and a member of Bhavan's Toastmasters Club. Thank you so much for being here with us to take this forward. Some of the housekeeping rules. Now, upon the introduction of our showcase chair, DTM Teresa Dukes, and handing over of the control to her, each of our candidates will be escorted to a breakout room, along with our dedicated Sergeant-at-Arms for today, Toastmaster Tawfiq Kadir. The candidates for each office are interviewed in alphabetical order by the last name, commencing with the highest contested office, starting with the District Director, Program Quality Director, and Club Growth Director. So let's take a look at who our candidates are, shall we? The nominated candidates for the position of the District Director, Khalid Abdullah, DTM. Our next candidate is Khalid Jalal, DTM. For the position of the Program Quality Director, we have Mohammed Jahangir, DTM, and Mona Al-Oqaib, DTM. For the position of the Club Growth Director, we have Hazim Ibrahim, DTM, Anandata Murli Manohar, DTM, and finally, Yasir Al-Khashab, Toastmaster. Each candidate is given equal time to be interviewed by the chair based on questions related to the achievement of the district mission. The chair is the only person who has the questions, which is similar to a table topic session. A sample of these potential questions were shared with all the candidates. The opposed district officer candidates, that means more than one candidate for each of the position, are limited to a 6-minute interview and then be muted without notice. Unopposed district officer candidates for one candidate per position are limited to 3-minute interview and then will be muted at once. I would like to inform you that we have all opposed candidates this year. Candidates do have an option to begin their interview with an opening statement or a closing statement. They may also go into a closing statement at any time during the interview. However, if a candidate wishes to go for a closing statement, they will be responsible to monitor the time. Time will begin from the time the candidate utters the first word or does any form of gesture after the first question is stated by the chair. Each question will be stated twice only. The opposed candidates are limited to 6-minute interviews. I will explain to you how the timing will work. Candidates, please take note of the timers. We have timer number 1, Dinesh, who's the main timer, and timer 2, Joy, who's the backup. So our timer will display the timing so that we make sure it's working. The timing signals will be displayed. Green light will be shown at 4 minutes. The yellow light will be shown at 5 minutes. And the red light will be shown at 6 minutes. Thereafter which you will be muted. Thank you, timer. This year, as I mentioned, we have all opposed district officer candidates. And candidates, I hope that you've taken note of our timers. There will be no voting session today. Today is just an event, an opportunity for you to listen to our candidates. The voting will be at the district council meeting on the 27th of May, 2022 from 5 p.m. onwards. So we invite all our district council members to attend our district meeting to make sure you vote for your future leaders. We have now come to the main meeting to introduce to you the lady, one of the Iron Ladies, who will take this meeting forward. A certified world-class coach, trainer, and speaker who has traveled the world helping people to be heard, understood, and remembered. Our showcase chair today uncovers your hidden talents so that you can present at your best and walk away from your fears. She is the founding director of Duke's Consultancy, which is dedicated to helping people gain skills needed to become a more effective speaker and leader. She is also co-founder of a newly launched program called Interview Survival Guide. And having trained more than 30,000 people, she's seen as an expert in her field of presentations, speeches, competitions, and interviews. DTM Teresa Dukes, it is truly an honor and privilege to welcome you to District 20 as the showcase chair for this term. I present to you the past International Director for Region 11, 2015-2017, and our showcase chair for this evening, DTM Teresa Dukes. DTM Teresa, over to you for a few words and control.
Thank you so much, our MC. You are doing a beautiful job. Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. I wanted to start with a quote, and it's from a very popular artist or author. His name is Robin Sharman. And he says leadership is not about a title or a designation. It is about impact, it is about influence, and it is about inspiration. So I want to challenge everybody in that audience tonight to think about what impact you can bring to District 20. What influence can you add to our leaders that are out there searching for their new roles? And who can you inspire to take up leadership positions in the future? I am absolutely honored to be here and to be your candidate showcase chair. And the way it's going to work, our MC has already explained that quite nicely. I just want to make sure that all of our candidates have been removed and have been taken away to the green room. Can you confirm that that has happened, our MC?
We are going to be doing that shortly, Madam DTM.
Okay, lovely.
With the exception of the first candidate, we'll remove all the candidates to the breakout room. Thank you.
Fantastic. We even have an extra little dog in the room, it sounds like. That'll be fun. I heard a bark. Mine's being very quiet, so this is lovely. I just want to let you all know that I will make sure that when the person is on the screen, that I will ask them if they can see the timer and they can see me and hear me. And that way I can make sure that we can hear and see them. That way everybody is starting with the same, on the same hymn sheet, shall we say. So if we are ready, I would—
Candidate showcase chair, distinguished Toastmaster Teresa Dukes. I confirm that all the candidates are in the isolation room.
Thank you
along
so much.
with the Sergeant at Arms. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sergeant at Arms. Okay, so we're going to jump right into this. I will ask the questions twice as stated, and then the timer will start as soon as that question has been asked in its completion. And I will remind all our members that they must ensure that they abide by their own time. They look after their own time so that they are responsible for finishing with their closing statement if they so wish. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, for the position of District Director, I would like to invite distinguished Toastmaster Khalid Abdullah to the stage. Hello, Khalid. Can you confirm you can see me and hear me? Can you unmute? Can we unmute?
I can confirm that I can see you and hear you. Exactly.
And I can see and hear you. Can you see the timer?
Yes, I can see the timer.
Lovely. So like I said, I will state the question twice. After I have read it, then you will have, your time will start, and we will ask as many questions as you like within this 6-minute time. And it's your responsibility to take care of watching your time. So would you like to make an opening statement?
I would like to have to go the closing statement, please.
Okay, so we'll go straight to questions then.
Please.
Okay. So DTM Khalid Abdullah, your first question is, the district director role is a large leadership responsibility. So why do you want this role, and why do you want it now? The district director role is a large leadership responsibility. So why do you want this role, and why do you want it now?
Thank you so much, DTM Teresa, for the lovely question. It definitely starts with why for us as leaders. I've been in Toastmasters for the past 8 years. I've been into many events on a district level, mega events. I've been growing from club, almost all of the XCOM roles that I've been filling, area director, division director, club growth director, and now as a program quality director. So all of those years of experience and interactions and making impact for me as a learner and for the district would definitely qualify me right now to stand in front of you today and be the District 20 director for the coming term. Next question, please.
Thank you. Your next question. Has your integrity ever been questioned? And if so, How did you respond? Has your integrity ever been questioned? And if so, how did you respond?
Thank you so much. Well, first thing is we as Toastmasters, we start with integrity. So that's definitely something that we are coined with as Toastmasters. Have my integrity been questioned? I don't recall ever that has been done. But in case that happened, I would definitely want to go through that and have what happens behind that and why someone reached into that conclusion. It's good to have some candid conversation with people just to understand where they're coming from. Maybe they have a point that has to be clarified. So that's what I'll definitely be doing as a person with integrity if someone comes to me and question my integrity. Next question, please.
Thank you. Your next question is, you will be in charge of District 20 if you are elected. So what is your definition of success? You will be in charge of District 20 if you are elected. So what is your definition of success?
My definition of success comprises of three things: planning, empowerment, and mentoring. When I state planning, it all starts with planning. As leaders, we need to know which direction we are going. So we need to implant a vision and come up with those beautiful things: district success plan, and so on, division success plan, area success plan, and club success plan. And we need to also add member success plan. So if we can reach into the heart of members and tie up all of those success plans, I'm sure we would be able to have a great journey ahead of the term. Empowerment, I would definitely wish to have more leaders coming in where leaders are made. We are here to come up and empower leaders. So this is something that I will definitely be thinking of, be it on area level, empowering the assistant area director, the other assistant area director, club growth and program quality, because they would be handing the baton to taking over of directors to come forward. Then the third one would be mentoring, because yes, I'm not just talking about members mentoring or even club mentorings. We have people who have been doing it in the past. So how about if we have a committee of all of the district directors to just be an advisory for us, even me as a district director, or even program quality director, club growth director, and across board. So if I have to measure success, I'll be going with those three: planning, empowerment, mentoring. Next question, please.
Thank you. Next question, give an example of when you had to make a difficult leadership decision and the impact it had on your team. Give an example of when you had to make a difficult leadership decision and the impact it had on your team.
All right, difficult leadership decisions. We make decisions every day, but coming to maybe the most impactful or the most difficult decision was to me when I've been working with my colleague and we have a new boss at work, and that boss, when he came, he did not know who is who. So my colleague went to take into another project and he came and put me into her place. So I had to come there forward and correct and take this on my shoulder and say, well, this is not correct. Before you come, that person was leading the team. So now I think she really deserved to come back. And that was really one of the most difficult decisions that I took as a leader, because I need to go for the team and for my leadership when she was there. And next question, I would like to go with the closing statement, please.
Okay. You make it.
Thank you so much. Dear District 20 members, I have had the privilege to serve the district in many events. I serve from club level, area level, division level, to the district as club growth director, and now as program quality director. I'm willing and ready to serve you as your district director. I believe in my hard work that I've been doing over the years, which made an impact in each and every interaction with the members of District 20. I worked hard, relentlessly hard, and continue to work hard no matter what are the circumstances. Someone believed in me to join Toastmasters, and I called for you.
Thank you, Khaled Abdullah. You are free to go into the audience now. Thank you. Our next candidate, ladies and gentlemen, for the position of District Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Khaled Rashid Mohammed Jalal. Can we please invite him to the room?
Amen.
Good evening. Can you confirm that you can see me and hear me?
Yes, I can see you and can hear you.
And can you see the timer where it is pinned?
I have pinned the timer, yes.
Lovely. So the time will start after I have completed reading that first question, and I will read all questions.
Can I go? Can I have a opening statement?
I will ask you that. I'm just giving you
Okay.
information first, right? Okay. So remember, it is your responsibility to manage your own time. So would you like an opening statement?
Yes, I will go with the opening statement.
Okay.
Thank you very much, fellow XCOM leaders and our guest of District 20. To bring quality education and ensure the members achieve the best from the Toastmasters learning, I strongly believe we need to go back to the basics of Toastmasters learning. We need to divert the mindset of our members towards quality education more than the race of achieving the DCP achievements. Looking forward to your support for our members' development and to support our members for the reasons why they have joined Toastmasters and for the reasons why we ask them to join Toastmasters, and that is to become better communicator, leader, and human being. Let's help develop our members, and they will give us what we need in District 20, the next world champion of public speaking. I'm here because I know District 20 hasn't achieved distinguished status for so many years, and I believe I can make this change. I'm here because I know my capabilities of chartering so many clubs in the past and 8 clubs in this year and 3 more to come, so 11 clubs this term. And I'm here because I know the essence of membership. We have 19% growth this year. I'm here, my fellow members, because I know and I believe that I have your support. And we are all here for something. We're here for a change. We're here for the change we deserve. We're here for the change towards the excellence. I need your support. Thank you very much. And now I'll go with the questions.
Thank you. Your first question. The district director role is a large leadership responsibility. So why do you want this role and why now? The district director role is a large leadership responsibility. So why do you want this role and why now?
There was someone who asked me to join Toastmasters Club years ago. And when I joined Toastmasters, I understood the value of Toastmasters. Now, I being a CIO of a multinational organization, I administer in terms of finance, in terms of people, in terms of resources. And I know what it takes to administer the whole district to be the next district, the best district in the world. And that's what brought me to help our members and to take the district to the next level. And I have proved myself over the years in terms of getting members, educating members, chartering clubs, and taking the district to the next level and taking it out from the loss making to even breaking status. And we will see that by the end of this term. So why not? Back to you.
Next question. Has your integrity ever been questioned? And if so, how did you respond? Has your integrity ever been questioned? And if so, how did you respond?
The first thing someone needs to understand is himself. If you understand yourself, you will always go with your integrity. And integrity is part of our life, our belief, and our livings. And that's what Toastmasters teaches us, the core values. And the first thing is the integrity. And once we know our own integrity, nobody can question. And once you do your job as per the core values of Toastmasters International, no one can question you in Toastmasters as well when it comes to your integrity. Now, when you give back to the society, when you give back to your members what they deserve, when we go to our members and say, please come and join Toastmasters, these are the benefits that you get. And when they see these are the benefits they're getting, they trust you. And you'll go with that. And people respect you for your integrity according to that. Next question.
Next question. You will be in charge of District 20 if you are elected. So what is your definition of success? You will be in charge of District 20 if you are elected. So what is your definition of success?
If the members come to me and they say, we are getting the quality, we are here because of what brought us to Toastmaster, that is my success level number one. If I can make the members happy to be the integral part of the Toastmasters throughout, that will be part of my KPIs of my success. And if we achieve the medley this year, that will be my final agenda in the list, but not the core. My core will always remain the members' development. Thank you.
Next question. Give an example of when you had to make a difficult leadership decision and the impact it had on your team. Give an example of when you had to make a difficult leadership decision and the impact it had on your team.
Being in a multinational organization, we always make tough decisions to make sure we live by the core values of the organization. And in Toastmasters, we live the core values of Toastmasters International. Now, decisions are made because they need to be made for the good, not because we want to harm somebody or make someone profit from that decision. If the decision is made in the interest of the member and it is following the core values of Toastmasters International and we are not deviating from the core values, that decision will help us to grow.
And that is your time. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You are free now to join the audience. Okay. So those are our two district director candidates, and we're going to move into our program quality director candidates. So I will ask if we can remove our first. Thank you very much. There we go. Okay, so I would like to invite for the position of Program Quality Director, our first distinguished Toastmaster, Mohammed Kahanja Khan. And I need you to confirm for me that you can hear me and you can see me.
Yes, I can hear you and I can see you perfectly. Can you hear me
Okay.
properly?
And that's what I want you to do. I want you to say a couple of things just so we can hear you properly.
Sure.
So tell me your name.
My name is Mohammed Jahangir Khan,
And you are running for?
Program Quality Director for the District
Lovely.
20. That's
So hopefully I think that will get our audio technicians ready for when they start the timer. We make sure that we can hear you properly. So like I said, I will ask the question twice. The time will start after I have asked that question. You are responsible for your own time. Now, would you like to start with an opening statement?
no. I'll be going for the closing.
Okay, so we're going to go straight to questions. All right, your first question is, can you describe your role and responsibilities and how you will achieve these as Program Quality Director? Can you describe your role and responsibilities and how you will achieve these as Program Quality Director?
Good day, everyone. Thank you, DT and Teresa. My role as the Program Quality Director is to ensure that all the educational programs, all the trainings of the district leaders, all the clubs are getting what they're supposed to get, the educational program, I have to overlook that. Along with that, I have to ensure that all the trainings are being taken care of, all the required presentations, trainings for the district are being conducted, and I have to ensure that everything is going and given to the members of the District 20.
Next question?
Yeah.
Okay, next question. Please provide a specific example of when you developed a strategic plan and it was implemented successfully. So please provide a specific example of when you developed a strategic plan and it was implemented successfully.
So one strategic plan which I had planned for the club, which my home club, is we did realize that the members we are having in our home club, they are lacking the the interest. The interest was lacking in the club members. So what I planned was to have an inter-club competition among the members, so that we divided the club into two teams. We had the plan in which they were having the point system on each role which they take in the club, the speeches they perform, they bring in the members, they complete the levels, all those things. When they achieve, they all get the points. So as we were having the competition, that plan was a big success, and it's been 6 years. We are successfully running that plan, and members are excited to name their teams. Members are excited to have a competition to be on the leaderboard. And every year, that has been the reason for the last 8 years, we are getting the President Distinguished Club for my home club.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next question. What innovative approaches will you bring to this role? What innovative approaches will you bring to this role? Innovation, yeah?
Yes, perfect. I have been known for the last 18 years being in Toastmasters. I try to be as innovative as I can, whatever role I take in. For program quality director as well, as soon as I pen down my papers, I had lots of things which I'm having in my mind, which I want to bring in. For example, as I mentioned, I would like to have the club being encouraged to have the competition among themselves. What has been successful for my home club, I want it to be among all the other clubs in the district as well, so that we have a healthy competition. End of the day, the clubs meet their goals and the district does meet their goal altogether. Along with that, I want to ensure that I have a pool of trainers from the beginning of the term itself. People volunteer, the new members in the District 20 come forward and volunteer for the different roles. Along with that, what I want to do is to have a weekly podcast, with the new members or the members who are new, but they're not that much seen by the district. So I will be encouraging the members to come forward and talk about themselves, about their success in Toastmasters. Along with that, I would be having events outside the Toastmasters where we can get together, where we can have social gatherings, and together we can grow in the fun environment. Yes. Can I go for the closing statement now?
Okay.
Madam Teresa started with the Robin Sharma's quotation, and I would like to rephrase one of my favorite. It is somewhat similar. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. It is said by John Quincy Adams. Ladies and gentlemen, for the last 18 years, I have been in Toastmasters, giving what I have to whatever role I take in. I have been happy to say that whatever I have done for the district, whenever I take the role, I have given whatever it takes to make it a success. Now I'm running for the post of program quality director. This might be the first time I'm running through the elections process. However, it's been 18 years. Whenever I have been given anything, I'm sure that you would have seen how much dedication, how much efforts do I put in. To all the language clubs we are having in District 20, I need your support. I ensure you that you will be given all what you need. In the end, I would like to say a few words to my local audience, my brothers and sisters from the Arabic speaking clubs. إخواتي من النوادي العربية، أنا فخور بإنجازاتكم وتطوركم وأؤكد دائما المستمر لكم جميعا. I'm really proud of the achievements of the District 20 Arabic clubs. I ensure that I'll be giving you all the support along with all the speakers, all the other language clubs, because language is a beautiful thing. And end of the day, we are here to learn. Ladies and gentlemen, I seek your support and I hope that I'll be getting it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mohammed Jahangir Khan. Thank you for your time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for the position of Program Quality Director, we have our next candidate, who is Distinguished Toastmaster, Mona Abdullah Al-Okab. If we could invite this candidate to the screen for me, please. We'll take just a little time. There you are, lovely. So I'm going to ask you, can you see me and can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can see you, I can hear you, but there's a message for me, start my video, or is it wrong?
I think your video
Yes,
is fine. Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
And thank you. If you could just say your name and the position you are running for, we'll make sure our audio is picking you up okay.
Yes, this is DTM Mona Al-Uqab, and I'm running for Program Quality Director.
Thank you. I think that should be fine. So I will state the question twice. The time will start after I have stated the question that second time. And it will be your responsibility to monitor and manage your time. So would you like to start with an opening statement?
I will go with closing statement, please.
Okay, thank you. We'll go straight to questions then. Your first question. Can you describe your role and responsibilities and how you will achieve these as Program Quality Director? Can you describe your role and responsibilities and how you will achieve these as Program Quality Director?
My responsibilities as BQD is training and education within the district. So I will strive to encourage all members to achieve their education goals, and also to lead their clubs to distinguish clubs, so that we can achieve also our district mission. Secondly, I will try to have 100% of club officer training and 100% of area director and division director training, so that they can fulfill their roles and responsibilities. We will try to create a pool of trainers so that we can get enough judges and quality judges also, and for the contest. And the list will go long, but this is the most important thing that I believe that we have to do. Back to you.
Okay, next question. Please provide a specific example of when you developed a strategic plan and it was implemented successfully. So please provide a specific example of when you developed a strategic plan and it was implemented successfully.
Out of Toastmasters, as I am a banker, I help in planning and strategy plan for achieving the goals of the bank in the short and long term. As incoming in Toastmasters, we always have club successful plan, which we are being involved in this. Plus, when I was area director, division director, we also plan for, we also create a strategy plan so that we achieve our goals as area directors and division directors. And with my team, we achieved the area of the year within 7 countries that time. And also I believe that when I was division director, with my team also, we achieved #1 as division within 9 divisions. So this is my answer. Back to you.
Thank you. Your next question. What innovative approaches will you bring to this role? What innovative approaches will you bring to this role?
As a leader, and as I worked for area director and division director, and also from the with TLI, and also the coordinator with the BQD coordinator, I believe that I have the experience here to make sure that this training, and not any training, but the real excellence in training we need here for all members to achieve their goals, to satisfy these goals, satisfy these members, I believe. Another thing is, as I was a pathway ambassador, so before this role came to our district 2017, I've been assigned as a pathway ambassador, and we have many workshops that we done within these 2 years. And later on, after this successful, I've been assigned also for pathway manager and coordinator with the BQD team. And also we succeed on this, and it was also in different language. It's not only one language. As I was also and as from my experience also, or my personal experience, I've achieved 2 DTMs in pathways and finished four baths in pathway in different language, which give me the experience also to help more members, whether it's official or not official. Besides that, we were also helping our neighbors in other districts in this. So I have the experience, whether from the education, from the leadership, I can excel in this position, I believe, and I can make a difference, and we can together, we can achieve or lead the district to a higher level.
Next question. Can you tell us about your biggest lesson that you have learned as a leader? Can you tell us about the biggest lesson you have learned as a leader?
Biggest lesson as a leader is, will I say, together we can excel. Can I go for my
Yes.
Yes, for my closing statement? Dear leaders, District 1 team, my father taught me that the greatness of person is not how much we integrate, and it is, and in his ability to my father taught me that the greatness of a person is not how much wealth he acquires, but in his integrity and in his ability to affect those around him positively. And that is why I am here today. I believe I can create that positive impact. I have the enthusiasm, passion, and experience to work more, serve more, and learn more. I want District 1 team become smoothly distinguished. It can only be achieved if members are achieving their goals and reaping the.
Thank you so much, DTM Mona. Oh, that was your 2 candidates for Program Quality Director. So they have done a grand job. And that's going to take us to our 3rd position for the district leadership team. And this is our club growth directors. So ladies and gentlemen, the position of club growth director, please welcome our first candidate, who is Distinguished Toastmaster Hazim Ibrahim. Hello, Hazim.
Hello, DTM Teresa.
Lovely to see you there. So I just want to know, can you hear me and see me okay? And I would also like you to say your name and the position you are running for.
Yes, I confirm that I can hear you and see you perfectly. And my name is Hazim Ibrahim. I am the running candidate for Club Growth Director for District 20.
Thank you very much. So as I said, I will state the question twice. Your time will start after I have stated the question the second time. And it is your responsibility to monitor and manage your time. So would you like to start with an opening statement?
No, I would like to start. Start with the questions and end with closing statement. Thank you so much.
Okay, here we go. First question. What is the district mission and what does it mean to you? What is the district mission and what does it mean to you?
District mission is we build new clubs and support all clubs in achieving excellence. And for me as a club growth director, my part is building new clubs. We should seek new areas and new avenues, having more people, because we need to have more opportunities and more fresh blood in the district so that every individual gains from the experience of each others. Next question, please.
Okay. Your next question. What is your experience with building clubs? What is your experience with building clubs?
Actually, I started joining Toastmasters. I joined Toastmasters in 2015. 2 years later, by the help of one of the past district directors, I chartered my home club, which I consider my home club. So I have a great experience in charting a club, and this year in my division, also with the help of the district director and club director, I chartered another club. So I love people. I know how to bring people together so we can have clubs, we can have fun together in clubs. Next question, please.
Okay, next question. Please provide a specific example of when you have where you have inspired a group of Toastmasters to take action to serve our members. So please provide a specific example of when you have inspired a group of Toastmasters to take action to serve our members.
Well, I think this is a good question because I remember working with the people in my club when we had a low membership, and we worked together as XCOM and as the group of the whole club. We started having a marketing campaign and we started having an open house, paying from our pockets, because at the time the club didn't have a budget, and we were able to get enough members to make the club president distinguished at that year. Next question.
Okay, next question. What are your plans to reach the district goals in membership and club growth over the program year? What are your plans to reach the district goals in membership and club growth over the program year?
I think one of the undermined roles in the club is the vice president of membership. So my goals is to have utilize this officer role by giving him workshops, by giving people more training and following up with them, because once we give the club officer training, we never follow up with them to make sure that they have followed what we have been taught in the role, so they don't implement what they have learned. And by this, we can make sure that those people are able to have growth in their clubs, which will return in growth in the area and in the district by itself. Can I go to my closing statement?
Yes.
Thank you so much. So leaders of District 20, I believe that it's time to grow. Currently, we are almost 4,500 members, and I'm resolved that over the next 3 years, we shall be 10,000 members. I won't be able this by myself, but all together. Definitely, we'll need a marketing plan, but most importantly, we need a highly motivated team of enthusiastic people who share the same vision. Most importantly, to work together toward that mission, work on your behalf. This will return on you as individual by having fresh blood, more opportunities, because as you know, in Toastmasters, we don't teach, we learn from each other's. And it will have a return on society because society needs more leaders and more competent communicators. So vote for me. Vote for me to have more and grow together, because I cannot do it by myself, but together we can achieve excellence. Together we can create legacy. Back to you, DTM Teresa Duke.
Thank you very much, DTM Hassan. You are now free to join the audience. Lovely. Ladies and gentlemen, our next candidate for the position of Club Growth Director, Distinguished Toastmaster, Anadatha Muriel Manahar. And I know I did not do that well, so I'm hoping that I can get it better. Distinguished Toastmaster, Anadatha Murali Manahar. Hello, DTM Anadatha. Can you say your name and the position you are running for? And can you confirm?
A very good evening. I am Murali Manohar Anadatha. I'm standing for the post of Club Growth Director.
Thank you. So can you see me and hear me okay?
Yes, I can see you and hear you.
Lovely. And you've got the timer. You can see the timer as well.
Yes, I can see.
Okay, lovely. So I will state each question twice, and your time will start after I have stated that question the second time. You are responsible for managing and monitoring your time. So would you like to start with an opening statement?
Yes, Chair, I would like to go with the opening statement.
Okay.
Can I start?
Yes, you can.
Greetings, District 20 Council members. My name is Anadatha Venkata Murali Manohar, and I'm happy to be your nominated candidate for Club Growth Director for District 20. I'm a proven servant and collaborative leader, helping fellow members and leaders achieve their stretch goals. I want to acknowledge that this has been a very tough time for all of us. I'll bring the level of experience, background, knowledge of the details that will help all of us achieve during this challenging time. We can be successful. I'm a 4-time DTM Triple Crown winner for all my Toastmaster years. My vision as Club Growth Director, first is passion. Create, connect, contribute, and change. Second, core values. Personal growth, integrity, family. Number 3, core leadership beliefs. A great leader creates great leader. 4th, talk the talk, walk the walk. 1 + 1 is more than 2. Each one bring one. I am ready to be your CGD. C stands for change maker, G stands for growth partner, and D stands for dedicated leader. C, change maker. During my term as a division director, I could bring a new change of introducing a new language club. G, growth partner. As a division director, I was very successful, had a very successful team of area directors who really, I gave them all the opportunities and they came with the best of the results. D, dedicated leader. All my area directors could come up very well and each one could add one new club. During that year, we have not lost in the division any old clubs, but we came up with all the 4 clubs. All the 4 areas had new clubs. So I want to first thank my people. If elected as your Club Growth Director, I'm ready to enhance higher member satisfaction, higher member retention, members willing to stay and promote better quality club qualities and more new club opportunities. Get ready, friends, for a new Toastmaster year with more members, stronger clubs, more new clubs, and better connection and communication. Do you want to take District 20 to a greater heights? Your vote matters. Vote for Annadatta Venkata Murli Manohar, DTM, your candidate for Club Growth Director 2022-2023. Thank you.
Okay. Your first question. What is the district mission and what does it mean to you? What is the district mission and what does it mean to you?
Excellent. As a club growth director, I'm supposed to know this more importantly because the district mission is we build a new clubs and support all clubs in achieving excellence. So how it is related to CGD is we have to make sure that as a club growth director, we bring in new members and start new clubs, but we should not forget the existing clubs. They are our like bread and butter. You have to make sure that we encourage them. We make sure that they are retained. That's what I said in my speech, opening speech. I will make sure that higher member satisfaction and higher member retention. So I want to let you know during my division director time, and even as a club extension chair last year, what we have done very successfully is we have made new clubs achievable. And I'm privileged to follow my two predecessors who during this COVID time, they worked very hard during this pandemic and they made sure they have created new clubs. And I try to follow them and be a better CGD with all your support.
Next question. What is your experience with building clubs? What is your experience with building clubs?
Great question. That again, I have to go back to my division director where I have been a president, distinguished division director. We chartered not only English new club, we started a club for Arabic and English, and we started the first Tamil Toastmaster club in Division D. So membership, retaining and coming with the new clubs. So that is what I would say that.
Next question. Please provide a specific example of when you have inspired a group of Toastmasters to take action to serve our members. So please provide a specific example of when you have inspired a group of Toastmasters to take action to serve our members.
Great question. Again, both in the club level, also when I was a division director, I inspired those people who are not ready to come as an area director. But I told them, you may not know your talent, but I can see. And I can tell you all the 4 area directors, 3 of them were motivated by me. And I could say that confidently, 2 of them become a president, distinguished area, and 2 become distinguished area. So these are the immediate results I can tell you within this short period of time. I'm a motivator. I have made many people not only take up leadership role, many people, almost 7 people, I have encouraged them to become DTMs also.
Thank you so much, DTM Anandatta. And you are free to go and join the audience now. Fantastic. And that brings us to our last candidate for Club Growth Director. So ladies and gentlemen, I welcome to the room our distinguished Toastmaster, Yasser Al-Khasyar. Hello, Yasser, DTM Yasser. Can you introduce yourself, say your name and the role you are running for, and confirm you can see and hear me okay.
Okay, my name is Yasser Ali Al-Khasyar. I am running for Club Growth Directors.
Thank you very much. And have you got the timer pinned? Or can you see the timer okay?
I can see it. Yes.
Okay, so I will state each question twice. Your time will start the minute I have, or the second I have finished that first question. And it will be your responsibility to manage and monitor your timing. So would you like to start with an opening statement?
No, I'll go for closing statement.
Okay, lovely. We'll go straight to questions. First question, what is the district mission and what does it mean to you? What is the district mission and what does it mean to you?
District mission is to build new club and support our club to achieving excellence. This is the main things or the main responsibility, especially for the club growth director. It is to build new clubs, support the club or existing clubs and the struggling clubs, which is the main mission of the club growth directors.
Next question. What is your experience with building clubs? What is your experience with building clubs?
Yeah, building club, I joined Toastmasters in 2012 for corporate Banagas clubs. We are from the people who established the club. We started with a speech craft. Then we will go for the clubs. So I know the beginning, how to build the clubs from the beginning as new member. Then we established 2 clubs. I joined another 2 community clubs, which is Tamayus, Toastmasters, and other clubs. So this year also we work hard with one university and one other company to establish 2 clubs. So we established 1 clubs and we will inshallah register it inshallah before end of this term. And the second one we are planning because there is a lot of requirement because it is cooperated club. So there is a lot of requirement to register it. So inshallah, we will try to register it before end of this term or the next term.
Okay, next question. Please provide a specific example of when you have inspired a group of Toastmasters to take action to serve our members. So please provide a specific example of when you have inspired a group of Toastmasters to take action to serve our members.
Yes, we are, as I told you, I am a member of Banagas Toastmasters, which is cooperated clubs. So when we joined Toastmasters in 2012, it was fully supported by our company. Then maybe after 3 or 4 years, there is a lot of some in management. What is the benefit that we are getting from a Toastmaster? So we are paying for that one. Then what we do as a Toastmaster leaders, we sit together as a team of the officer and we plan how to keep Banagas benefit from our Toastmaster. So we include the Toastmaster in the career development plan for the new employee. And also we provide some training for the new employee by ourselves as a Banagas employee or a Toastmaster. We do some training for a new member and we show the benefit that a Toastmaster can give it to the company and how they will reward by that one. This is one of the examples that we do it.
Okay. Next question. What are your plans to reach the district goals in membership and club growth over the program year? What are your plans to reach the district goals in membership and club growth over the program year?
Yeah, see, this is one of the main issues that we have nowadays is the members and low members that we have it in our district, not just our district, in all Toastmasters. So as a club growth director, we should plan and try to do some survey why the people is leaving and how we can bring them back. We will work with our division directors, club, our area director to put a plan. And also we have a great opportunity today when we have 2 countries here in, which is Iraq and Masr, and they have only 2 clubs each, and they have a lot of population this one. So we can go and build a lot of clubs there. If we reach Iraq and Egypt, we can build a lot of We can build area, even a divisions in Iraq and Masr, which is a good opportunity for us as leaders to build new clubs there and spread the Toastmasters everywhere in our 4 countries.
Next question. What leadership characteristics do you possess that will best help the district achieve success? Explain why. What leadership characteristics do you possess that will best help the district achieve success? Explain why.
See, as I believe always, when I say it as a Toastmaster or as a leader, is the leader who first, he's learn with passion, okay? Learn with enjoyment. He share his knowledge with passion and also lead the people with, the main thing is he lead the people by example. So you should show, if you are a leader, what is the character, the best character that you should listen to the people, respect them. Can I go for closing statement?
Yes, you may.
قادة القطاع 20. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. Respected leader of District 20. I joined Toastmaster in 2012 to become better leader and communicators. I have served many posts and roles in my club, area, division, district, and DTEX. With 10 years of experience in Toastmaster, cooperative growth strategy, mentor, coach, sponsor, for our members and the club, I made impact through all the role and position that I have served in. I believe I can help the district as club growth director, waiting for your support and vote. Together we can. في الختام أخواني وأخواتي قادة القطاع.
Thank you, DTM Yasser. And you can join the audience. And that concludes all of the candidates for Club Growth Director. And it just leaves me to say thank you so much for allowing me to run your candidate showcase tonight. I wanted to leave you with one message. When I ran for International Director, one of my statements in my final speech was, together we can make a difference as long as we take on board the characteristics and the expectations and the goals of our members. So I want you to remember, I had 10 pairs of shoes to choose from. You have 7 individual leaders to now choose from. So pick out your leader so that you can grow and develop your district into a successful district in the future. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Madam DTM Teresa Dukes, for conducting the virtual showcase for District 20. We are so happy that you're here with us, inspiring us with your words of wisdom, impact, influence, and inspiration. Absolutely something we will take forward for District 20. On behalf of the District Director and the District Officers and the members of District 20, please accept our certificate of appreciation to you as our showcase chair for this term. Thank you so much. Please stay back, all our members, for a group photo. We would be updating all this information on our district website, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. So I'll hand over to our PRM, if he's in the building, to please take over and have our photo session in progress. So let's do a countdown, maybe from 10 onwards, so we can get our videos on. Yes, let's turn all those videos on. PRM, whenever you're ready, please let us know. Let me see if he's here in the building. Okay, he is. Okay, so we're getting all our people to turn on their videos. Alan Paul, do you want to take it from here? silent today.
Let me take the picture then.
Thank you.
Taking
Okay.
a picture in 1, 3, 2, 1. One more. 3, 2, 1, smile.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to our moderator, to all the role players, to our district leaders for being here with us tonight. A special thanks to our International Director, DTM Ali Shahbaz Ali. Thank you so much for being here with us this evening. To our Region 11 Advisor-elect, DTM Nikki Quinn. Thank you so much for your presence this evening, Madam. And of course, to our Showcase Chair, DTM Teresa Dukes, past International Director. Thank you so much. To the council members, thank you so much for joining in. Please continue to register for the district council meeting, and we hope to see you all in the district council meeting on the 27th. I leave you with good note and vote for your future leader. With this, I hand over the control to our district director, DTM Alifia Laklawala, for the closing remarks. Over to you.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies. I would like to take this last few seconds or minutes rather to express my gratitude to past International Director DTM Teresa for accepting the role as Candidate Showcase Chair. Yes, she has written it in the message that it was recommended by our International Director DTM Ali Shahbaz. So thank you, ID. Thank you, incoming RA DTM Nikki, for being so interested and looking so forward for reaching out and helping District 20 leaders for this term and the upcoming term. To the candidates out there, you all have performed exceptionally professionally and abided by all the guidelines and the deadlines what the district has given. So we thank you for supporting us in taking this mission or vision ahead of awareness for our members. To our members, that yesterday we had the first candidate virtual corner for District 20, and this is one of its kind candidate showcase. All the information about your candidate is available on the district website. Do visit, read, and explore. Learn what each of them are ready to offer. As we say that let's move ahead by taking District 20 to greater heights, these are the faces which will represent you. District 20 members, their concerns, their needs, serving with keeping integrity, respect, excellence, and service in mind. So with this, we would like to adjourn this candidate showcase. Thank you. We can stop the recording, moderator. And if the audience would like to give a feedback, but the feedback has to be generic, not